been a long time, but I am blessed to have him back. It's the boy Hardwork. What's good with you?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. You real cool today.
It's another day, man. A little tired from last night. Eagles kept me up a little bit, man.
Yeah? How you feeling about that victory?
I feel great. I feel great because I don't think people picked the Eagles to win the NFC, so I feel good about that one.
Speaking of another champion, Eagles, 2 weeks, Super Bowl champion.
Right.
I'm speaking into existence. April 12th, champion versus champion. I think it's being billed as, it can only be one king.
Claim the crown.
Claim the crown. Okay. Jaron Ennis, Eimantas Stanionis, undefeated world champion versus undefeated world champion.
Right.
What you think about that fight?
This is by far the best fight you can make at 47. It's no disrespect to the other champions like Brian Norman Jr., Mario Barrios, but I think this is the best fight you can make. This is two undefeated guys going at it, two guys that's been at this level for a little bit. I think Stanionis is probably the longest reigning champion, even though he had the regular. He had it before Brian Norman, he had it before Boots, and he had it before Barrios was elevated. So I love it. I love it. This is the fight that kind of just lets you know who's the best at 47.
Stanionis, his notable win is Butaev, another undefeated guy.
Yeah.
And great fight. Felt like he won. He clear win. It wasn't controversial.
Yeah.
What does he bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
He is strong for sure. Got a good amateur background. His pedigree is good. He's an Olympian. You know what I mean? He's seen some of the styles that people don't know. Like he's fought the Giasovs in the amateurs. He's fought Butaev in the amateurs.
I didn't know that. Shit. Okay.
So he's fought a lot of these guys in the amateurs. So he only has 15 fights as a pro, but his amateur background goes unnoticed. Like he's strong. Like I said, he's smart. When you look at him, like if you look at the highlights, all you see is a guy that comes forward. He's a little bit more than that. He's not just a guy that comes forward. Smart pressure. He's got a very, very good jab that you just can't sleep on him. You can't sleep on him and take him lightly and think like, all right, it's going to be a walkover. You know what I mean? You got to box him smart. You got to be smart with him because he's crafty.
Jaron Ennis was getting a lot of criticism for not making fights with Virgil Ortiz, not making fights with Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
But he said that he wanted a unification. He wanted to take the belt off of somebody. And then now he went out there and got Eimantas Stanionis. Does he get credit with a victory against Stanionis?
Absolutely. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you get credit for a unification? Like, I don't care who has it. At that point, if they're the champion and you fighting the champion, why wouldn't you get the credit for it? You know what I mean? The Virgil thing was more of a for the fans fight. It was a legacy fight in the sense that it's two young undefeated guys, but in his weight class, I feel like this is a bigger fight. It's the unification fight. It's also his first world title fight. He was elevated. You know what I mean? So this is his first crack at a title, if you think about it. Even he said it. Like, I never really won a world title. I was given it. So to go out here now, for him, it's a bigger fight to take a belt from somebody versus going to fight Virgil and then what? Like, all right, you beat Virgil. You don't really get anything for it. You get some cool points. You get something for the fans. But same thing with Teofimo. You fought a 140-pound champion. That's doing nothing for you for your career at 47, though. You know what I mean? So this is the biggest fight he could have made.
All right, now, Hardwork. Stanionis is a guy that was looked at as one of the future guys of the 147-pound division, right? You had Stanionis, you had Conor Ben, you had Virgil Ortiz, I'm trying to think, Rashidi Ellis, Jaron Ennis. Some people either took a loss or some people grew out of the division.
Right.
Is Stanionis the most dangerous fighter at 147 pounds?
Yes, I think he is. From what I've seen, I think he is. And I'm only going off the champions and the guys that you mentioned. Rashidi's not active at 47 right now. I think the two fights that he did take was in catchweights in 52, 54. I don't think Barrios is dangerous at all. And I think we just saw him in a war with Abel Ramos. Brian Norman we haven't seen enough of him to call him dangerous. So by far, I would have to say Stanionis. And also Conor Benn. Conor Benn, we haven't seen at 147 pounds in over 2 years to call him dangerous. He's also fought up, and now he's fighting even higher up at, what's that, 160?
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be back.
Nah, I don't think he's coming back down. So by far, out of all the names you named, Stanionis is the most dangerous one.
How important is this to Jaron Ennis' legacy to get this fight?
Extremely. This is his first big fight. This is the first fight that I like you asked me earlier. Are people going to give him credit? This is actually the first one. I think this is the first fight I've seen feedback from the fans that they like this fight. They're not like bashing him and calling it any type of cherry pick or like oh, it's going to be a wash. This is the first fight that they give him credit for, and I think it's the start. From here, now you see nothing but big fights.
Eddie Hearn got a lot of criticism for not being able to secure him a big name or unification. Al Heyman's gotten a lot of criticism for not letting his fighters go to the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Eddie and Al got a deal done.
Yeah.
What does it say that both of those guys are putting their undefeated champion in the middle saying, I got the best guy, let's have it?
Faith, right? They clearly both believe in their fighter. You know, Eddie is on record talking highly about Boots. I mean, he's been saying how much he wanted him, and I think he showed his ass when he finally signed him. And with the Homecoming Part 1, Homecoming Part 2, nobody ever fought at the Wells Fargo before. So for him to debut with the guy and bring him to our biggest venue, what'd that say? And as far as Al, I don't like. I've heard, you know, Al was sick and not really running the show behind the scenes as much. But what are you gonna do with these guys if you don't put them in unification? Like, what are you gonna do with a Stanionis if he's not fighting another champion? Not to say that Giasov is, you know, a bad fight, but nobody really want to see that. What, like, are you trying to market this guy, or you just want to have a belt under your umbrella? Same with Barrios. At some point, you gotta put him in something that makes sense.